I hopped off the plane in this foreign place. My mind's in disarray, but it's okay because it's almost like a vacation. Making subs during my 9 to 5, I've been waiting. Chasing love towards the holy God, I can make it. I look at my old journal as I watch the sunset. 2020, a 17-year-old senior filled with so much regret and confusion and anger and pity and hurt and pain, but he distracted himself with work and sports and friends while it all festered. Moving to a foreign country seemed to be the answer, I guess. If it was him in the test and he scored below average, maybe an F for failure. None of that. He complained a lot, but what you gotta understand is this kid is a control freak and perfection is a friend. It's hard to blend in when you're the one that's different, get it? But you want to stand out in the crowd, not stand in it. Now let's pivot to something else. He's got a lot of books on his shelf, so reading became a hobby. Is that weird? Yeah, probably. A lot of introspective work done. Eventually he comes to the conclusion. Deep inside is a boy desperate to be seen and heard. His distraction stayed in VA while his baggage hopped the plane and came along for the ride. The devil in disguise or a blessing in disguise. Two truths and a lie. That little boy is now grown into an 18-year-old boy who uses ambition and discipline as a mask to cover the little boy who didn't have a dad to instill things in him every son should have. I know that sounds sad, but I'm glad. He's glad. It's made him who he is. It's probably why he complained a lot, because he was forced to face himself, and he's his worst enemy. At least that's how it felt. I look at that little boy, telling him it'll be okay. It's so much easier to stay in all of it, but it takes courage to move on. It's gotta be worth it. I pray that you don't feel the same, and if you do, it'll change eventually. A tree grows when it is rooted deep. You are seen and you are heard. You are made with so much worth. I speak from insecurity because I'm not secure in me yet. There's a little kid in all of us that we eventually forget or choose to forget in the name of maturity or growing up, but pain always seems to find a way to bring itself back up. Childlike faith, childlike faith, childlike faith. I say all of this in hopes in some way you can relate. There's a certain picture I've painted that's not real, and when the layers are peeled back, this is really how I feel. Soul food.